From the tragic Dehradun accident claiming 6 lives to the Indian Express investigation and Rahul Gandhi's helicopter delay in Jharkhand campaign. Here are the major stories of the day in today's news wrap. Hi, I'm Flora Swain and you're watching the Indian Express. Let's get started. Days after the death of 10 armed men during an attack on a CRPF camp in Manipur's Jiribam district on Monday, that appears to have been the result of a miscalculation on the part of the armed group. Sources in the security establishment said that the group, while targeting the camp, did not notice a CRPF bulletproof multi-purpose vehicle stationed outside the camp. Most of the 10 men were said to have died in the first burst from a light machine gun mounted on the MPV. Here's a full detail on the issue.
The death of 10 armed men during an attack on the CRPF camp in Manipur's Jiribam district on Monday appears to have been the result of a miscalculation on the part of the armed group. A day after the incident, bodies of 2 men were recovered by police from houses in Jharkhand, a CRPF bulletproof multi-purpose vehicle MPV stationed outside the camp. Most of the 10 men were said to have died in the first burst from a light machine gun mounted on the MPV. Police said the CRPF camp at Jharkhand and the nearby Boro Bekra police station came under gunfire shortly after armed miscreants had attacked homes and shops in the area. Sources in Manipur police and the central security establishment said around 2:30 p.m. on Monday, the Boro Bekra police station, which also has a relief camp under its jurisdiction and some villages near it, was attacked by a group of 40 to 50 armed men. Another group attacked the CRPF camp near the police station. An officer said, and I quote, "The aim was to keep the CRPF personnel busy in protecting the camp while other teams targeted the relief camp and the adjacent villages. What the group missed was an MPV stationed outside the camp with armed personnel in it and LMG mounted on the vehicle." Sources said as soon as the camp came under fire, the personnel in the MPV opened fire with the LMG. He said, and I quote, "Most of those found dead later died in the first burst of gunfire. The gun battle continued for about half an hour as both sides took positions and fought." Sources dismissed claims that village volunteers had been killed in the clashes with the CRPF. A day after the incident, bodies of 2 men were recovered by police from houses in Jharkhand.
A night out turned into a tragedy in Dehradun's ONGC Chowk on Monday night when a speeding multi-utility vehicle collided with a container truck, claiming the lives of 6 students. The police is currently investigating the matter.
Days after an SUV carrying 7 young men and women was involved in a horrific accident in Dehradun that killed 6 of them, police in Uttarakhand are trying to drive home the importance of road safety among the state's youth. On Tuesday, the Innova, allegedly being driven at a high speed, had collided with a container truck around 1:30 a.m. Inside the mangled remains of the vehicle were the bodies of Guneet, 19 years old, Rishabh Jain, 24 years old, Navya Goyal, 23 years old, Atul Agarwal, 24 years old, and Kamakshi, 20 years old, all residents of Dehradun, and Kunal Kukreja, resident of Himachal Pradesh. The bodies were transported to the mortuaries at Coronation, Doon, and Indresh hospitals. The 7th passenger, Siddhesh Agarwal, who was 25 years old, sustained serious injuries and is being treated at Synergy Hospital, with officials saying he is critical. Police hopes to speak to him once he regains consciousness to understand why the vehicle was speeding. The car belonged to Atul's father, a Saharanpur-based firecracker businessman who recently bought the vehicle on Dhanteras. Atul had travelled to Dehradun along with 6 friends and was allegedly driving the vehicle at the time. According to police, the SUV reportedly attempted to pass a container truck near Kishannagar Chowk, but the driver misjudged the truck's speed, believing he could pass safely after it had moved ahead. Initial inquiries also revealed that the container truck was travelling from Kishannagar Chowk, while the SUV was heading towards Dehradun from Ballupur Chowk. The police have also received CCTV footage of the ill-fated Innova moving around the city earlier at a normal speed. According to the police, prima facie investigation suggests the container reached ONGC Chowk after covering a distance of 1.5 km from Kishannagar Chowk in about 6 minutes, suggesting it was travelling at a normal speed. With gruesome visuals of the accident circulating online, police have been trying to highlight the perils of overspeeding and impaired driving. At a Yuva Mahotsav event held at Dehradun's parade ground, following the accident, top officials told the gathered youth to adhere to traffic rules, avoid speeding, and never drive under the influence.
An investigation by the Indian Express has uncovered that in recruitment tests conducted in 2020-2021 for 186 administrative posts in the Uttar Pradesh Assembly and Legislative Council, a fifth of the positions went to the relatives of officials overseeing the exams. Around 2.5 lakh people had applied for these jobs. The alleged favoritism has led the High Court to term it a shocking scam, call for a CBI probe and question the integrity of the process. Among the successful candidates were the UP Speaker's PRO and his brother, a minister's nephew, relatives of the Legislative Council and Assembly Secretariat in charges, children of key officials in the Department of Parliamentary Affairs, the son of a deputy Lokayukta, a former officer on the official duty's son. Additionally, at least 5 relatives of the owners of a private firm, TSR Data Processing and Arabhav, which conducted the tests during the first COVID wave, were also selected. Furthermore, investigation revealed that owners attesting firms have dubious paper trail and an arrest record. Moving ahead to the national capital, where air quality across Delhi and its neighboring areas plunged into the severe category on Friday morning as a thick layer of smog enveloped the national capital region, including Noida, Ghaziabad and Gurgaon. Meanwhile, Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai held a high-level meeting with all concerned departments for better implementation of GRAP 3.
उसमें मुख्य तौर पर इस समय जो प्रदूषण का स्तर है उसमें गाड़ियों का पोल्यूशन काफ़ी ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट डाल रहा है, इसलिए दिल्ली के अंदर जो भी BS3 पेट्रोल और BS4 जो डीजल की गाड़ियां हैं, 4 व्हीलर हैं, उन पर जो है रोक लगा दी गई है। उसी तरह से दिल्ली के अंदर जो मीडियम साइज की जो गाड़ियां हैं उनको अब जो अंदर से हैं या बाहर रजिस्टर्ड हैं उनको भी यहाँ पे चलाने पर प्रतिबंध रहेगा। उसके जो है साथ साथ जो बाहर से जो BS3 और BS4 डीजल की जो बसें आती हैं उन पर जो है पूरी तरह से जो है वो रोक लगा दिया गया है। केवल जो CNG इलेक्ट्रिक या BS6 की बसें हैं उनको जो है वो दिल्ली में प्रवेश दिया जाएगा। इसके लिए ट्रांसपोर्ट डिपार्टमेंट की 84 टीमें बनाई गई हैं। जो ट्रैफिक पुलिस की 280 टीमें हैं ये अब पेट्रोलिंग करेंगी और जगह जगह इसके इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के लिए ग्राउंड पे काम करेंगी।
Congress MP Rahul Gandhi's helicopter was reportedly delayed for about 45 minutes at Jharkhand's Goda, with the party alleging that the air traffic control, that's the ATC, prioritized Prime Minister Narendra Modi's election rally in Chakai, approximately 150 kilometers away. The Congress has criticized the incident, suggesting favoritism in handling flight clearances during the ongoing election season in Jharkhand. This development comes 2 days after voting concluded in 43 of the state's 81 assembly constituencies. The remaining 38 constituencies are set to vote on the 20th of November, with results slated to be announced on the 23rd of November.
प्रधानमंत्री जी और उनकी पूरी सिस्टम एक व्यक्ति आदरणीय राहुल गांधी जी से भयाक्रांत है, डर गई है, सहम गई है। जनता के बीच जो राहुल गांधी जी 7 गारंटी दे रहे हैं, उन 7 गारंटी में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जमीन पूरी तरह खिसक गई है। अब वो यह चाहती है कि राहुल गांधी जी कैसे उनके चुनावी प्रचार को हम झारखंड में बाधित करें, और यही कारण है कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी और उनकी पूरी की पूरी सिस्टम राहुल गांधी जी को प्रचार करने से रोकने का, उनमें व्यवधान डालने का, इस तरह का साजिश और षड्यंत्र रचने का काम कर रही है कि एक एक जगह पे जहां हमारा परमिशन है, परमिशन के बावजूद 2-2 घंटा, 2.5 घंटा उनके हेलीकॉप्टर को रोक दिया जा रहा है।
That's all for the day, but leaving you with visuals of Golden Temple on the occasion of Guru Nanak Jayanti.